Surprisingly heavy. To begin, I'd like to express my sincere appreciation to the Roman Empire for inventing French toast with maple syrup. Yeah, they were the first to take their bread and dip it in some beaten egg with cinnamon and then fry that motherfucker in butter. Forget about inventing aqueducts or the Roman calendar. French toast. Why is it called French toast, I hear you ask? Because Roman toast was already taken, that's why. We don't have this now. It fell out of public favor around 72 BC. But Roman toast, Roman toast was bread dipped in cat saliva with a pinch of nutmeg and then fried to perfection in a vat of jealousy and ambition. Also served with maple syrup. Shortly thereafter, the Romans invented brunch and the rude waiter. Okay, Marcus Antonius, you got 10 minutes to eat and get out. What do you want to order? That's right, ancient Rome sounded just like Brooklyn, New York. You got a problem with that? I think we find stuff in the most unlikely places, don't you? Like loose change under the seats on a school bus. Ooh, 47 cents, woohoo. Like rainbows in clouds. Or compassion from an NRA lobbyist. The other day I found courage at the bottom of a bottle of Jack Daniels. Wasn't even looking for it. There it was. I was looking for oblivion. Couldn't find any of that. But courage, bravado, false hopes, fake confidence, that shit is just awash in whiskey. I also discovered mediocrity at the post office. You think you'd have to go to the DMV for that? Nope. And today, right behind the Frosted Flakes was some leftover enthusiasm. It must have been there a while because it was looking a little worn out. It was going like this. There, okay. That's a Tony the Tiger joke. You don't see those too often. I was singing this song on my way here tonight. Perhaps you know it. I like to count things in my head because I have OCD. I like to drive myself insane and do so endlessly. You remember that Coca-Cola ad from the 70s? I like to teach the world to count and be obsessed like me, where everything has a number to count and sometimes it won't rhyme. Thank you. Everybody, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ladies only, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. OCD is the real thing, not Coca-Cola. Now, OCD may appear to be complicated, but it's actually very user-friendly. Should you ever wish to increase the turmoil in your life, consider the following tips. You can take OCD with you no matter where you go. You want to touch the toilet seat covers for good luck? Nobody's going to be the wiser. Trust me, I know. Always remember that if you don't touch something now, you only have to touch it later. And if you're really serious about it, hoarding can begin with just one newspaper subscription. You all remember what newspapers are, right? Okay. What is it about being tucked in? You know how babies are swaddled and little kids get tucked in for the night? Well, I'm a grown-ass woman in her fucking 60s, and I tucked myself into bed last night. Why? Because I'm just rocking the sophisticated senior shit, that's why. Yeah, thank you. And let me tell you, it was like being back in my mother's womb, all safe and warm. a tad claustrophobic and no Wi-Fi, but rent-free and all the amenities of a fine Motel 6. Hey, Ma, turn up the volume. I'm digging this Coltrane. Everyone should have little tucked-in breaks scattered throughout the day, don't you think? Yeah, and time permitting, we could nap afterwards. Time for my 2 o'clock tuck. See you bitches in an hour. I like it. I'm going to take it to HR. If only I had a job. Just for a little bit of water. Thank you for that lone clap. Faces are amazing. People say, she has a kind face. He's distinguished looking. She looks just like her cat. But what if we could see each other's hearts? Not the actual whole bloody thing, no, that's gross, but the spirit and soul of each person. Because there's no deception there. You can't hide an evil soul. Why, Margaret, you're absolutely glowing this afternoon. I can see right through to your shallow, vindictive nature. To which Margaret replies, yes, Loren, and I can see your fragile hold on reality is beginning to lose its grip. People would know the real you immediately. Can you imagine such honesty in the world? You were saying, yes, you absolutely would go out with me, but that heart of yours is twisting itself into a knot. I don't know. I tell you, we wouldn't have the mess of the past 4 years if we could have seen candidate Trump's spirit and soul. That's not a heart, that's a dried up prune. Well, I'm not voting for him. See how easy it would have been? Thank you. Where did I leave off? Oh, yeah. Here's a thought. What makes food food? Why do we consume rice and not dirt? Right? And who decided that the unborn children of certain species was delicious fried in butter and eaten with toast? Eggs never had a chance, did they? How could something as adorable as a hen's egg not be considered food? I'm cooking it in mortar. I'm cooking it in lard. Well, I'm using olive oil, so you Philistines can all go to hell. Why do we eat chickens and not, say, cats or horses? Do cats and horses just have better representation? My client wants her own dressing room with her name on the door, Miss Kitty, and she refuses to be eaten. She wants that in the contract. Why is the poor chicken left out in the cold? Will no one stand up for our feathered friends? I cry foul. Foul, get it? Yeah? I'll go quietly, I'm sorry. This is gin. It looks like water, but it's really gin. Everyone's experience is different. It's amazing when you think about how many billion people there are in the world, and yet we're all very much the same. You thought that, didn't you? You're just like me. Frightening, isn't it? Here, take an Ativan. It's our differences that make us interesting. Take breakfast, for instance. I like whole wheat toast in the morning. You may like an onion bagel. You in the back may not like toast at all and prefer waffles. I hate waffles and think you're an idiot. But that's okay because you're different. There's a whole group of idiots like you. Fred in the back likes biscuits for breakfast without the butter. Karen on the left here is lactose intolerant and she gets pissed off whenever she sees someone like Fred over buttering his biscuit. Karen would run over Fred if she had a car. Dave doesn't hate waffles, but he doesn't really like them either. Dave loves pancakes with lots of syrup. Karen, you remember her. She's trying to lose a few pounds, and she goes berserk whenever she sees someone like Dave drowning his pancakes in syrup. If Karen drove, Dave would be another casualty. So what do we have? We have differences in taste. We have food intolerances and dietary concerns. We have an angry fictional woman who clearly needs therapy. What we have is variety. That's what it's all about. Yeah. If everyone only ate waffles, what would happen to all the bread, bagels, and biscuits in this world? IHOP would go out of business. Do you want to be responsible for that? I don't think so. I went to Gussie's Chicken and Waffles recently, and yes, I tried a waffle because I am not afraid to contradict myself. It wasn't bad. But my point is, we need toast. Diversity is our middle name, America. All right, calm down. Do you know this song? Oh, I'd hate to have an existential crisis when I'm on stage in front of all of you, questioning life's meaning and its purpose, not finding any and letting you all down. No? Okay. Did you ever get high and zone out on your mother's name? Evelyn. 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 Who are you? And why did you procreate? You evil sorcerer, you. Trying to take over the world with your neurotic, Jewish, anorexic, OCD, clinically depressed, slightly suicidal excuse for a daughter? How is that supposed to help? Oh, wait, that's me. Did you ever get high and think, is it angel food cake or angel food cake? And why not just angel cake? We don't say pumpkin food pie, do we? You ever get high and say, this shit is funny, I'm gonna write it down? And then you find it later and wonder when the cat learned to draw? Yeah, I like to write when I'm stoned. I go to different places. One of them, self-confidence land, is so rare and unexpected, I hyperventilate whenever I'm there. I actually feel good about myself right now. Oh God, I can't breathe. And it appears that I'm headed to Witty and Cleverville, though sometimes the signs point in that direction. But when I get there, I find a black hole with a note saying, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Okay, let's talk about psych wards. A major misconception people have is that you have to be crazy to be in one. While that helps, some folks are there walking that fine line between, should I have chicken again for lunch or shoot myself? But even more important than that, people don't know what to say when you're released from a psych ward. You can't depend on Hallmark for this occasion. Miss Manners has yet to publish proper etiquette for greeting suicidal patients. So tonight I'd like to share what I learned during a 4-year undercover study. They weren't 4 consecutive years. You'll want to ease the transition from loony bin to outside world. Therefore, laughter should wait until the 3rd day after discharge. And then only at knock-knock speed. You might start with knock-knock.
Who's there?
Doris.
Doris who?
The door is locked, that's why I'm knocking. I love that one. And they'll relate to it because there are plenty of locked doors where they just came from. Hey man, you look like shit is not a good opener. Nor is this the time to play the Jewish mother. So tell me, did you meet anyone nice? And please don't say, your cat's a psycho loser too, should have been in there with you. One good icebreaker is to ask about roommates. Were they like George Bailey in It's a Wonderful Life or Norman Bates in Psycho? Come on, people, these are old but classic cinematic references. One suicidal, one homicidal. It's fucking brilliant. Okay, you Google George Bailey and Norman Bates on your way home tonight and see if you're not texting me later. Ha, you're so funny. Thank you. Personally, I don't get much sleep when my roommate's plotting to kill me. I'll take the angst-ridden jumper any day. All right, that's my time. I'm Loren Kraut. Thanks very much.